Hello, fellow AFOLs, and welcome to Long's Bricks. I've gotten a lot of stuff in the mail recently, so I thought it would be fun to do a little haul video here. First, I'm going to start up with a few things that did not come in the mail that I actually picked up at the store. So, two things here that I picked up from Walmart clearance. Now, Walmart's not really in a new phase of clearance or anything. These, I guess, were just kind of stragglers that I found at this one kind of farther away Walmart that I don't usually go to. But first up here, I got Lego Creator Set 31088 Deep Sea Creatures. As you can see, it was on clearance for $7. Now, this I believe is usually around 13, so almost half price. I thought that was pretty good, and it looks really fun. I like the shark and the crab. Plus, you have some alternate builds with a squid, and I cannot remember. I think it's an anglerfish that actually has the light on the top of its head, which is actually a really neat bioluminescent thing. Look it up. And then I found this Lego Marvel 76257 Wolverine construction figure. So this is kind of a buildable figure of Wolverine. Now I'm pretty sure this is only one of two sets that they did for the new X-Men 97 show. They did the Blackbird set. I think they did this. I guess if you want to count the buildable Wolverine claw, that I don't remember when that came out. That might have been before the show came out. Although technically all these sets were before the show came out because it was delayed so many times. But yeah, I thought it was kind of a cool set. I don't usually go for these buildable figures, just not really my thing. But it was 16 down from 33, so half price. I thought that was pretty cool. And obviously, you know, Wolverine, one of my favorite X-Men, and this is my favorite costume for him, the blue and yellow costume. So thought I'd give it a shot. And then the last thing, I actually got this at a Go Calendar store. I like to go in places like that every once in a while because they have older stock. A lot of times you'll find retired stuff there, and this time was no exception. So I got a Ninjago set 71770 Zane's Golden Dragon Jet. Zane's Golden Dragon Jet. Say that 5 times fast. But this was another retired set. Now, this was $42.99. I think originally it was $35. But if you spent over $30, they took $5 off. So I got it pretty close to retail, so I was pretty happy with that. And I really like these Dragon Wing minifigures. I have 2 of them now, so this is a third one. I'll have to see however many more they did. I would assume each of the Ninjago characters got one, so probably 4. I'll have to look into that, but just kind of a cool build here, and I really like the minifigures. I also really like the mask on this guy down here. I think that looks really cool. So since it's retired and they had it and it was easy to pick up, I decided to go ahead and do that. So those were 3 sets that I found around, did not come in the mail, but now let's go ahead and move on to the packages that I've gotten here. So I have 2 from Barnes & Noble and then 1 big one from Lego.com. Barnes & Noble, also pretty good for finding older stuff from time to time, some retired stuff. And this was something that I've been thinking about getting for some time because I kind of missed it the first time around. And I'll get into that why in a moment after I show you what I got. So kind of a smaller package here. Let's take the packing slip out. So we have 2 boxes of Lego Marvel minifigures. Now this is the wave with Moon Knight and She-Hulk and all those. And if you know anything about minifigures, which I'm sure you do, this was the first set to come in boxes as opposed to the bags. So we couldn't feel the packaging anymore and determine what minifigure was inside. But this is also the only wave of boxed minifigures to have a QR code on the bottom that's not scannable. So these were like the most difficult to determine what you're getting. Now, from what I've heard, when you buy these boxes of 6, usually you get 6 distinct minifigures, and there's 2 boxes because there's 12 total. So if you like box A and box B, you'd get all 12, but you don't know when you buy them randomly if you're going to get 2A, 2B, or 1 of each. I think when these were in the stores, I bought 3 of them just on a whim, and 2 of them were the same, and that kind of really just turned me off to buying any more of them randomly. But now they are long since gone and retired, as we're on to Series 26 with the space minifigures. And I just thought, I still want these minifigures. They're Marvel. They look great. I thought this was probably the best way to roll the dice, and I'll probably end up with at least 2 duplicates if I do get a full set here, but we'll see how it goes. So wish me luck on that. I'll probably do a video with something on that in the near future. Next up, we have the other Barnes & Noble purchase. As you can see, it's kind of a big one. This was another older set that I believe is long since retired, and it was 30% off on Barnes & Noble. I should say the Marvel minifigures were still full price, but I don't feel like minifigures go on sale very often. Sometimes Lego will have them for like $1 off. Not that big of a deal. But since they're harder to find, you know, I looked around and no one else really had them, so I thought I should move on them. This was one that I originally wasn't going to get just because I didn't think most of the sets for this movie looked that great. But it was 30% off, and again, it was long retired, and I thought if I'm ever going to get it, now is the time. So this is 76183 Batcave, the Riddler Face-Off. Basically, this is the Batcave set from the Batman movie, which I actually really did like the movie a lot, which is kind of another reason that I wanted to get this, and it being 30% off. Again, I just thought the time was right. You get a pretty good assortment of minifigures here, although I still think having the Riddler with the mask and the hairpiece is a weird choice. I probably will just take the hairpiece off, but yeah, the rest of the minifigures here I think look pretty good. I will have to probably track down the Batmobile from this movie, so that, because, you know, like I can't have the Batcave without the Batmobile, but we'll see how it goes. I guess I could use a different Batmobile in the meantime. Now, this last package here is from Lego.com, and if you guys have been following along, there is a gift with purchase right now at Lego.com, which is the main reason I placed this order. And here it is right on top. So this is 40687, the Alien Space Diner. And I just love how they're going all out with the space theme this year. I just thought this looked really fun. You get two classic space minifigures, white and orange. And then you just get this little, you know, kitchen setup with this multiple-armed, tentacled alien, you know, serving food. There's a little cash register. I think it's funny that there's a cash register, even though the alien will in no way fit behind the cash register. So I guess he's going to have to hire some extra help. But yeah, I just thought this looked really fun. They said that this was about a $20 value and it was free with purchases of 100 or more. Now for this, I don't believe there was any restriction on what you bought. You could buy any theme, anything like that. There were some other gift with purchases that if you spent over 50 of specifically, I think it was Lego City, Friends, Dreams, maybe one other thing. There were 2 poly bags that they were giving out. So let me find them. Here we go. So the Lego Technic 30682 NASA Mars Rover Perseverance. And then the new Lego City Space 30663 Space Hover Bike. So both of these were free with a purchase of 50 or more of City. So what I did is I spent $100 in City, and that got me all 3 of these gift with purchases. So it's about $30 in value. So if you think about the fact that you're buying 100, you're getting $30 in free stuff. So it's kind of like getting the other set for $70, which is about 30% off. So I feel like that's a pretty good deal. The funny thing about this, the Space Hover Bike, it seems very, very similar in construction to the little hover bike that came with the Science Lab set that I reviewed. I can put a link to that at the end of this video. It looks very similar to that build, especially in the front. So that'll be interesting. I'll have to compare them if I ever do a video for this little poly bag. But I just thought it was a pretty good deal to get these 3 gift with purchases, and I'll show you the set that I ultimately chose. This is one that I've been wanting for a while, but I've been waiting for a sale. This is the Lego City 60419 Police Prison Island. I just think this looks really cool. I've seen a couple videos on it, and I just really think it looks neat. I like the idea of having, you know, like a prison island. You can see the rocks and the water and everything. Obviously, it doesn't come with, it has a little bit of the blue plates to simulate water, but has a shark, has some crabs and things. And this just kind of reminds me of, like, the Raft or something like that from the Marvel Universe, and I felt like I could repurpose this as kind of a, if I ever have a Lego City and I want to put Marvel characters in it, I felt like I could use this for like an offshore prison site and put some Spider-Man villains or things like that in here, and I just thought that would be kind of fun. So really neat looking set, $100. Technically it's $99.99, but Lego's actually kind of nice. If you're 1 cent off of the threshold, they'll still count it. If you're 2 or more cents off, they won't. So there's only a 1 cent forgiveness. But basically, if you buy something that's $99.99, they recognize that that's $100, and they'll still give you the gift with purchase. So I was able to pick this up, get $30 in free loot. And so it's kind of like this is $70, which is about 30% off, which is kind of what you'd find it for on clearance anyway. So I felt like it was a good deal. And it was a set that I wanted that was exactly the threshold. I didn't have to look for a bunch of different things. It met all the criteria, and I didn't have to go over the threshold. I was able to hit it exactly. So I thought it was a perfect fit, and I was really happy I hadn't picked it up yet. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. There's a ton of packaging material and mess over here. But so yeah, so that's what I got going on. Just thought it would be fun to do a quick little haul video. These couple of things, some older stuff, some newer stuff. Some clearance stuff. I guess technically it's mostly older stuff, but obviously this being the newest thing, and I'll probably do a stop motion build or a review for this, maybe both, this weekend. So look for that. But yeah, just a lot of fun stuff, so I thought I'd do a little video. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you picked up this week, if you got some good deals, clearance finds, or just went for the gift for purchase, anything like that. Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.